Welcome to Rebel Chaser. My name is Gail, and I've got a video for you that's kind of a throwback. This is from 2020, and the judge is Judge Garza in Texas. I'll let you guys watch.
All right, let me see here. The court will resume with the July 15, 2020 docket. F5382-11-4 in the interest of Karen Segura. And Mr. Ramirez, yes, sir, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Judge. Dennis Ramirez on behalf of the petitioner movement in this case. This is Mr. Ray Segura. He's present on Zoom as well.
All right. And on the other side, we have, is Mr. Antonio Peña going to be showing up?
He was Mr. Segura's prior counsel, Judge, so he is no longer involved.
Oh, no longer in the case. Oh, okay. So now we have, let's see, is it Marianela Carizales? Would she be the respondent?
Yes, Your Honor, Miss Mariana Canizales.
Mariana, okay.
Is pro se.
I'm sorry, Mariana Canizales. Okay. You don't have an attorney, ma'am? Miss Canizales, do you have an attorney?
It looks like her screen may have frozen, Judge. I guess let's give her a second to refresh before we begin.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Good
All
afternoon.
right. Good afternoon. Do you have an attorney, ma'am?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me?
Now I can.
Okay. I can hear you kind of low, but I can hear you. Mr. Ramirez, what do we have here, sir?
Yeah.
Your Honor, this is a modification where we requested temporary orders, a temporary restraining order. This was filed back in May. There was a hearing the first week of June. At that time, Ms. Canizales was given an opportunity to some more time to get an attorney. The TRO was extended. The court also ordered that during the interim till this hearing today, that she be allowed to have standard visitation supervised by her parents, maternal grandparents. The reason for the modification, and it's supported by affidavit, there was an incident on May 5th, 2020 in Donna, Texas. And then since the last hearing, I'm sad to report to the court that we have had some issues as well. On June 22nd, Ms. Canizales, that was a Monday, she refused to return the child back to father. Father had to drive to Edinburgh near Mission on Monte Cristo Road to the respondent's address. He picked her up. She was alone. The house, I believe mom may have been asleep in the afternoon. The house was ransacked. There were beer bottles everywhere. I did file with the court yesterday. It was accepted. Was 2 trial exhibits. The first trial exhibit is A or 1, I believe, and that was Mr. Segura's hair follicle drug test results that the court also ordered. And the second exhibit was a picture of the conditions that the child was in when father had to drive from Donna to go pick her up after mother refused to surrender the child.
All right. Where's the child right now? Is the child
with dad?
Okay.
And based on that situation, Judge, I have instructed my client not to surrender the child.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mr. Ramirez.
So that based on that, Judge, I had instructed my client not to surrender the child. I was concerned. That's why I had asked for supervised visits. The visit on June 22nd was not supervised. That weekend, actually, child was not returned. I had a hard time believing that this individual would respect the court's order, and that's actually what happened, Judge. So we really need some guidance going forward and admonishment, perhaps. But I'm asking the court to keep everything the same, to make the TRO temporary orders where dad is the primary temporary joint managing conservatorship, where father is the temporary conservator who designates the primary residence of the child. I'm also asking that the court limit the visitation to supervised, no overnights, based on the conduct of Ms. Canizales. And certainly if things start to go well and improve, we can revisit this issue. We're not trying to keep daughter away from mom. The problem is what the child is being exposed to when she's visiting with mom, and it's unsupervised visits in direct violation of this court's order.
Okay, first of all, how old is the child?
She's 9.
9?
9,
Okay, 9 years old?
right. And
Okay.
Your Honor,
Yes.
Raisa would have came into my house with no permission. He came into my house with no permission. And that weekend I spent it with my parents, like you ordered. So she wasn't here when whatever they're saying that I was drinking or that there was beer. We spent the night at my parents that weekend. And she spent Father's Day with me as well, with permission of Rey Segura. So I don't know why they're claiming this now.
Do your parents live close to you?
Yeah, 5 minutes away.
5 minutes away?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you're saying that when the child was with you, you were staying with your parents?
Right. Yeah, we spent that weekend at my parents.
Okay, so when Ray went to pick up the child, where did he go?
Oh, I came to my house that afternoon so he could come and pick her up at my house. But he's upset because he wanted me to drive to his house. And I couldn't drive that day. So he had to come to my house and pick her up. And there was no problems, there was no issues. But he did come inside my house with no permission. When I came out of my room, he was walking out of my house. Like, he didn't let me know that he was in my house.
Okay, but when the baby was with you, your daughter, was she with you in your house or at the grandparents' house?
No, we spent the weekend at my parents. I came to my house so Ray can pick up my daughter at my house.
Oh.
Because she had her toys and some of her stuff at my house.
Okay. Counsel, Mr. Ramirez, did we order a drug test on her or we didn't?
We did, Judge, and I haven't seen any record that she's complied with that. And just to speak to the issue that happened on June 22nd, that weekend, Ms. Segura did ask for permission to have the child. Father was okay with it.
Okay.
On Monday, the child reached out to him crying that mom had been drinking with her boyfriend. Boyfriend had been there the whole time and that she was at mom's house and needed to be picked up. Mr. Segura tried to communicate with Ms. Segura. She was not responsive. He asked me whether or not he should file a police report, and I told him, in light of everything that's gone on at this point, I didn't want any further complications for Ms. Segura. Therefore, I advised him not to file a police report, simply go pick up his daughter. His daughter opened the door, let him in to pick her up. I don't think he was roaming in the house or stepped foot in the house. He was simply there to pick up the daughter at Ms. Segura's house.
I saw him walking out of my house, and you can easily call my parents and verify. I did take the drug test, but I should be getting the results on Friday. It took me a little bit of time to come up with the money.
Okay.
I mean, Your Honor, I live alone. I pay my own bills. Ray Segura lives with his mom.
Okay.
It's more difficult for me.
You're going to be taking your drug test on Friday?
No, I took it yesterday.
Oh, you already did? Okay. Okay, we need to reset this matter so I can get the results of that test. But in the meantime, we do supervise until we get the results of the test. So, Mr. Ramirez, I guess to answer your request, or in response to your request, we'll do it. I'm sorry?
I'm sorry. Ray Segura has denied visitations. Your Honor, I haven't seen my daughter in over in 3 weeks. He's not listening to the court orders. He's not listening to the court orders. So I haven't seen her, I haven't talked to her, I haven't nothing.
Okay,
and I will take action because he didn't come inside my house with no permission. Can you hear me?
Situation, I did not go inside the house.
Okay.
And Judge, and if I may,
yes,
I don't want this to continue to be a he said, she said. That's why without any hesitation, I filed as an exhibit the picture that was provided to me by Mr. Segura of the living conditions Ms. Segura lives in, Judge. In addition to that, again, I believe we do need a hearing, but it's hard to do anything without that drug test that was ordered over a month ago.
Right.
I understand that Ms. Segura has not had any visits since that June 22nd incident. However, again, it's due to the lack of respect for this court's order. I have no problem, and Mr. Segura has no problem visitations, but when the child calls crying that mom's drinking with her boyfriend, when boyfriend should not be allowed around them and mom should not be drinking in front of the child, that's a big problem, Judge.
Okay.
Your Honor.
Well, yes, ma'am.
It's like she said, that never happened. That never happened. And I'm already tired of him. Like, it comes up, I send documents showing where he's done it before. He makes false statements to the cops, and I send evidence, or they send them to you. I don't know if you got them.
Okay, now so the way the court did the orders was that she was supposed to have visitations with the child, but at grandma's house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Either supervised by grandparents or at grandmother's house, whatever was most convenient for Ms. Segura.
But at grandma's house, right? I mean,
I follow your orders.
I imagine if they're going to be supervised, it'll be at grandma's house.
I have no problem with that, Judge. I can change the orders to reflect that.
Right. And then let me get the results on the drug test, and we'll go from there. We'll see what else we can order.
So just for clarification, Judge, this will be standard supervised at grandparents' house.
Right.
The first, third, fifth weekend of the month, Friday 6 p.m., Sunday
only
6 p.m.
only at grandparents' house.
And also as a point of clarification, just because I know this has been an issue, because Mr. Segura lives in Donna, she lives north of Edinburgh, I believe, in the vicinity of Monte Cristo. So I'm going to include in the order that whoever if they agree to meet halfway, they can meet halfway for the pickup and drop off. Otherwise, the party, barring any agreement, the party whose turn it is to pick up the child has to drive to the other residence to pick up the child.
All right. Yeah, hopefully they'll meet halfway.
Yes, Judge. That'd be easier for everybody.
And I hope he follows your orders this time, because he doesn't answer my calls. He blocked me from his phone, and I mean, I don't see the point of getting these court orders if he's not gonna follow them.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're breaking up. That's why I can't hear everything you're saying, ma'am.
I want you to let him understand that for him to follow the court orders, because I do want to see my daughter.
Well, that's right. That's what we want. We want everybody to visit with the daughter, and of course you're supposed to follow the court orders. Let me get the test results, and we'll meet again. What was it? Give me a date. Okay, Mr. Ramirez, call it in when you get the results. Let me know so we can have another hearing.
I'll do that, Judge.
In the meantime, we're gonna do it only at grandma's.
And Ms. Canizales, when you get those results, can you either you have my cell phone number? Can you please send me a picture of those results so I can file them with the court, or email them to me, which you have my email?
Is that you're asking Ms. Canizales, right?
Yes, Judge. For the record, because if she can either text it to me, email it to me, or file it with the court, so then I can get with the court staff to set this matter for hearing immediately.
All right. Did you hear that, Ms. Canizales?
Yes, understood.
Yeah. We need to hear I need to see those results, and we go from there.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Starting from today, I can see my daughter.
Well, when is the first and what? First, third, and fifth?
This will be the third weekend, Judge. So Friday at 6 p.m. she gets daughter, and then the period of possession ends Sunday at 6 p.m.
Right. It'll be this Friday, ma'am, 6 o'clock. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Will we be excused?
You're gonna be excused. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, so she is just a contradiction, because everything she said, she was just lying through. Like when she said, I followed the court order. Well, no, you didn't, because you took your daughter to your home. You weren't allowed to do that. So you didn't follow the court order. And I know hearsay is not allowed, but hearsay, daughter said that she stayed at mom's house. She didn't stay at grandma's house like she was supposed to. So, in my opinion, they need to find another supervisor because obviously grandma doesn't really care what her daughter does. She doesn't care. She takes her to her house. And who cares if they live close? Who cares? Who cares if she lives 5 minutes away? She's still not being supervised. Mom is supposed to be supervised 100% of the time that she's with her daughter. So there isn't a time when she should be at her home without being supervised. And so she's not following the court order, but she continually said, I want him to follow the court order. I want him to follow the court order. You know what? You need to follow it. Right? I mean, that's what I thought. Anyway, it sounds to me like her mother is not a good supervisor. Now, I've looked ahead a bit to see if I could find the next one where they came back with her drug test, but I have a feeling she probably didn't pass it. So they just said she didn't pass. Oh, well, we'll just, keep it the way it is, or they removed her from visitation. I don't really know. But I'll keep looking to see if I can find something, but I'm not really sure what happened after that. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you another time.